smell that? Sweet, sweet fresh air. Honestly, you get so used to the masks that you kind of forget that's on your face. It's kind of mad. But we move. What's up guys, it's just Joel and welcome back to my channel where I make videos on lifestyle, my faith, self-improvement and just random stuff in general, you get me? So it is that time of the year again. To all the people that aren't in Ireland, I don't know how the system works for you, but I'm basically sitting my last exam for my last year in secondary school, basically my leaving cert. And it's kind of crazy to think that I'm actually sitting it, you know? Like 6 years of secondary school has finally led up to this moment. It doesn't even feel like I finished 6 years. Like here's a photo of me when I was in first year. Look how cute I was compared to now. Obviously I'm still cute, but you get my point. It just feels like I started first year yesterday and now look, it's mad. Anywho, this video is a message to all my people sitting exams, whether you're in 6th year like me or in 3rd year about to sit your junior cert, or even if you're outside the country going to sit an exam right now, this message is for you. You feel me? I just bear with me for a little bit because it's not going to take too long, right? So obviously, having done exams before in the past, I kind of know how the process works. So obviously things are kind of cool at the moment, you know, you're just studying, doing your own thing, and then as it gets closer to the date, the nerves start to kick in. You start sweating, you start contemplating, did I study enough, did I do this? Next you know, start cramming, you're not getting enough sleep, and you're sweating, and you're crying, and you're bleeding, and you're doing all this irrelevant stuff just to go into your exam and forget everything you studied. I am just here to tell you to relax. Just take a deep breath and breathe out. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't feel nervous because it's an understandable feeling to have when you're sitting an exam that is really important. But all I'm going to say is that you should have a different kind of mindset towards the exam. I'm going to say this here, so listen very closely. You need to understand that no matter how much you study, you can't control what will or will not be on the exam. Therefore, you can't control the outcome. However, what you can control is your mindset and your attitude towards the exam. If you have a positive approach, it will benefit you immensely. A couple of months ago, I made a video about worrying and why you shouldn't worry. I think the link will be like there, if not in the description. And even if you're not a Christian or not, it gives you reasons why you shouldn't worry, why I don't worry about certain things, and why you shouldn't worry about the exam. The second thing I'm going to say is sleep well, because you don't really realize how much your sleep affects how you do on your exam until you actually do your exam. And it's crazy. Obviously, I know how important it is to study. Like, I'm going to study straight after I finish filming this video, but you need to take some time to rest. Take a break for yourself. Get your 8 hours a day, and if you can't get 8 hours, get 6 hours at least. I shouldn't even need to tell you why you need to sleep. You should already know why. Also, I don't recommend cramming. I don't recommend like cramming certain things, but hey, if you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta do what you gotta do. The last thing I'm gonna say is do your possible best. Please don't be that one guy that decides to learn a 2-year course in 2 weeks, because fam, that's not gonna end well for you. But do the best that you possibly can. Please do not leave the exam hall telling yourself, I should have done better, or if I studied that, I would have done better. If I studied that, I could have possibly done. No fam, study it now, because beating yourself up about it is not gonna change anything, let's be honest. I want you to leave that exam hall telling yourself, I have done the best I possibly could in that moment, and then whatever happens, happens. And one last thing, even if you don't get the points you initially wanted to get for your course, or even if you fail, the leaving cert is not the end of the world. I know these exams can be a doorway to many opportunities in the future, but you have to understand there's also many more opportunities besides the exam. Nevertheless, do your best. And yes, that is it for this video. Now go and study. Love, peace, and God bless. Yes, sir.